That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't, we
quick
can't, we
question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
To some basketball, man. And I know. Rashad, why you take so long to get to the basketball? My bad, man. God forbid I don't shut up and dribble. Jeez Louise. Talk about sport. Talk about the basketball. Anyways, this is Caitlin Clark, man. She played her homecoming game against the Brazil national team. Of course, the Brazil national team on Friday played at the PMAC in Baton Rouge and Angel Reese's homecoming game. And so they went on down to New Orleans, to NOLA, and I assume they flew out of MSY in New Orleans and flew up to Iowa. Took 2 flights to get to Iowa. Got to Iowa yesterday. Rested for like 30 minutes and then played a second game against Iowa today. Against Indiana at Iowa. And at the game, the coach says, "You're an amazing basketball player." Hold on, I'm gonna play this right here. He said, she shook her hand. She said, "Hey, how you doing?" He said, "You're an amazing basketball player. Congratulations. You changed the history of basketball." She said, "I appreciate it a lot. Thanks for coming here. Most people you've ever played in front of?" And he said, "Yeah." And it was at Iowa. So, that was the exchange. I'm not playing the audio just for the sake of Disney. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, man, that was the exchange there. A pretty, again, innocent thing and stuff like that. I had a whole nother one. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up the other thing here because there was a reason why I brought this up. It was just 2 videos that were just like really nice, man. Where we at? It was, let me pull up this group chat real quick so I can pull this up. It was this one, man. Some Michael Jordan stuff, dog. Some real rock star Michael Jordan stuff. She was signing autographs of the Brazilian players after the game. And it's like, that those players are gonna like frame this or like have it hanging up in their closet and like tell this story with photos of them playing Caitlin Clark for the rest of their lives. Like, I played against Caitlin Clark, this and that. And their grandkids gonna be, who's Caitlin Clark? Great gang, who's Caitlin Clark? And they explained to her, Caitlin Clark was a woman. She took women's basketball to the next level. She had a rivalry with Angel Reese and this and that, and she was huge in America, and she brought out the crowds and the people and the this and that. The phenomenon of Caitlin Clark is like crazy, bro. It's nothing like we've ever seen before in the history of women's basketball, and I say that in respects to all the greats and legends of the game and popular people of the game, to the Candace Parkers, to Skylar Diggins Smiths, or Skylar Diggins, excuse me. It's gonna take a little while to get used to that. All that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's something that we just never seen before to this level on a consistent basis. So her and Angel, to be honest, Angel as well. Like, so but to see these opposing teams like want to get her stuff is dope. And like I said, it lines up to Michael Jordan type of level of popularity. Like is my mentor who I was in that picture with in that thumbnail when I talked about meeting Caitlin and stuff like that. He was there for Michael Jordan at the Georgia Dome, which is, the football stadium where the Falcons play. Mercedes-Benz Stadium now, kind of in the same area and stuff like that. And then the Georgia Dome, Jordan packed out the Georgia Dome, bro. And that's like the type of following and cult following and appeal that Caitlin Clark brings. She understands it. That's why she hit that 3 at the 22 logo that's on the Iowa court and like told the fans to make some noise and everything like that. Even though they were up by, like I said, 50, because she just gets it. Caitlin just gets it. She understands who she is and her impact and stuff like that. It doesn't go above her hand of just like, oh, I don't think I know my impact. I don't know what's going on. She understands. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And it's the same thing with Angel Reese. Angel Reese understands like how big Angel Reese is and what she means. And even though like people always talk about the numbers and this and that and stuff like that with Angel, like I think what you have to understand is like and I'm reminded of this. I hate to go off. Oh, stick to sports for sure. But with the entire thing of the donations video that I did about the lady who was called the child the N word with the hard R, and she was given over $600,000 and stuff like that, compared to NAACP made one for the child who was called the hard R, and he only had like 300,000. And I know it's like only, but like he had half the what she got. And in the Carmelo case, it was like Carmelo received like 100,000 or a couple 100,000 less than Austin and everything. It comes down to it's just like numbers, bro. Like the reason why like the people of color or whatever you want to call it received or were considered minorities is because they're just a minority, like just numbers wise and stuff like that. It's just less of them. So I think with the Angel Reese, bro, it is a controversial take or whatever, but I think it's just a fact. Angel Reese impact is still Angel Reese's impact. It's still crazy. Like you have to look at it per capita. It's pretty on par with Caitlyn. And so both of them, they understand from a young age, from like junior year, sophomore year of college, when they both went pew, or I say Caitlyn kind of shot up a little bit sophomore year after Paige got hurt. And then Angel, she shot up junior year at LSU in conference play when her shoe fell off and she blocked the shot, when she did the little dance and everything leading up to the South Carolina game against Aaliyah Boston and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But both of them kind of went up extremely, extremely in junior year. And then their head to head, they both kind of took off to the moon after that. But both of them understood it from their junior years of college, of just like, this is who we are. This is what we mean to the game. And it's so important. And to be second year players and to be holding it down like this, the way that they do, with the elegance and class that they do. And I know Caitlyn, she throws tantrum tantrums on the court sometimes. So does Angel. She throws tantrum tantrums on the court sometimes. And Angel is also more active on social media. So she has moments where it's like, you're doing too much on the timeline, you're doing too much on social media, you're doing too much as like kind of on the influencer side of things. It's still like they still wear the crowns well. And happy belated to Angel Reese. She just celebrated her, I think it was 23rd birthday and stuff like that, with a birthday party in Chicago and things of that sort. Um, but they like handle it so well, dog. And I'm tough on both of them. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like Caitlyn, I'm more tough on her fan base for real, for real. And then with Angel, I've been tough on Angel since, I don't want to say Maryland, but I've been tough on her for sure since LSU, because it's like the progression of her game. And then a lot of times, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same way that Caitlyn fans can get upset with Angel, with just like, oh, she be just doing too much and it's annoying sometimes. I, you know what I'm saying? I be getting annoyed too sometimes. But all in all, like, you have to give them their credit, bro, for how they wearing these crowns at 22, 21, 23 years old, bro. Like, not many 22, 23 year olds can handle the type of scrutiny and like weight of the shout out to Danielle in the chat. Too much as far as what? You talking about Angel? Okay, I'm glad you asked me this and you're here in real time, because I feel like people gonna ask in the comments. Angel, like, say I say like with the clapbacks, like, it's one thing to clap back once, but she'll keep going, or she'll be like, okay, remember when she started the pod? She started the pod and she was like, the one y'all love to hate, the one da 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 da. And it's like, bro, you don't have to say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Miss Do Too Much, you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. But that's just her personality, and it's a reason why she's gotten so many brand deals of being too much sometimes. So that's what I mean when I say too much from her sometimes. But yeah. It's like both of them be getting on my nerves, to be honest. But like I say, with the criticism and the weight, they have the weight of the future of like women's sports on their shoulders at 22, 23 years old. and they've been handling it since their junior years of college. So that's junior year, senior year, rookie year of WNBA, and now they're headed to there. So 4 years they've handled the weight of the future of women's sports on their shoulders, bro. Lama, it's true. She's the one they love to hate, but I understand what you know what I'm saying? So you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I'm just keeping it a being. Cause it's like I think a lot of people they assume that I'm just like, oh, you just got angel bias, angel blinders. And that's just their way of saying, like, you're black. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just real. It's just real. It's just the way I see it, dog. They've done a good job though. They've done an amazing job. Like, yeah, you could be like, oh yeah, they're annoying sometimes. Like Caitlyn be throwing temper tantrums and everything like that. At the end of the day, she's 20, 21 with the weight of the world on her shoulders. That's a lot. That's a lot. Angel Reese. Oh, Angel Reese is doing. She crashing out on a random member on Twitter, on a random user on Twitter. Like, why is she going so hard? She's wearing this stuff on her shoulders for the past 4 years at the age of 23. That's a lot, bro. So like I said, they handle it with elegance, they handle it with grace, they handle it with a lot of class. And this is insane, bro. Like I said, like the opposing team to want to use sign the jerseys and everything, take the pictures, and you know what I'm saying? Like they're letting her know, like, yo, we respect you in our country. You know, I don't know if this is what they're saying, but I can just assume only put two and two together. In our country, we look up to you as like, yo, it's like Caitlin Clark is like the most famous basketball player in the world. That stuff means something, bro. And like the fact that she can sit there, sign as many as she can, take as many pictures as she can, high five as many folks as she can. Like I ain't never seen, we never seen the Caitlin Clark thing where she's snapping on a fan. I never seen Angel Reese video. As much as people want to talk about her attitude and she a thug and she this, which is just saying she black, she's black. As much as people want to say that, and you know, and the way I ain't gonna lie, on the court, she be passionate, but so does Caitlyn. But as much as people want to throw all those like slurs at Angel's name and stuff like that, we've never seen a video of Angel just flip out on a fan in public, like, I'm trying to eat. How dare you? And cuss out a fan. We never seen that from Angel Reese. We never seen that from Caitlin Clark. And they every single one of their moves been under the spotlight for 3 years. I remember, y'all remember when you could see Twitter likes? When you could see Twitter likes and it was like Caitlyn's brother was like in like stuff from Trump and like MAGA people, and people were like, hey, I'm noticing Caitlyn's brother just like this on Twitter. Like every single one of their moves from age 19 to 20 to 23, bro, has been like a topic. That's insane. Most of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, most of y'all would fold. Most of y'all wouldn't be able to handle that. So like the way that they're handling this, like people just have to understand this is something we've never seen before. Not only with their popularity, but the way that they're handling it. So many people fold under this type of pressure. And we see it in industries, in sports, like so many times with child prodigies, child stars, and they never live up to their full potential or the expectation. Both Angel and Caitlyn have both lived up to that. Angel surpassed the expectation. She fell to 7. And I had her falling 2 in the first round. I always had to say this because she ain't developed no jump shot. And I said, okay, she's a bit undersized for bigs in the W. She ain't no 5 in the W, right? So it's like she needs a jump shot because she ain't going to be able to do all that banging and just rebounding that she's doing in college right now. Boy, was I wrong off top. She surpassed those expectations expeditiously. Caitlin Clark. She turned the ball over a lot, and she ain't gonna be able to have just the ball in her hands and have the keys and have the green light out the gate. Boy, was I wrong. Indiana said, shoot, you selling all the jerseys, you doing this. Hey, we seen what you did at Iowa and we seen the success. We're gonna put the ball in your hands. We're gonna let you make as many mistakes as possible. We're gonna let you get banged up. get frustrated, come back up against Dejanay, against Kennedy, against whoever the case might be, right? DB, Alyssa Thomas, whoever the case, and same for Angel Reese. We gonna let Alyssa Thomas pull you down by the elbow, and we gonna let the New York Liberty quadruple team you to prevent you to continue your double streak. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do all these things and let y'all get frustrated from the vets. Let y'all hear it from the vets. Let them hate on rites of passage, whatever it is, and y'all still gonna ball. And both of them jokers ball, bro. Both of them jokers ball, bro. It's a lot of scrutiny that comes with that, 100%. And nobody else can handle it. Well, I wouldn't say nobody else, but we haven't seen anybody else handle it and receive this type of attention, bro. Like, how many players, we can even do this. Let's keep it a bean. How many players in the league right now can't even handle the amount of fame they got and spotlight they got right now? They when people talk about crash outs, them jokers is crash out level material, everything like that. And they've been that. You know what I'm saying? For the past however many years before Caitlyn and Angel was in the league. You know what I'm saying? How many of those vets do we see? They can't handle when a fan is in their mentions talking about, yeah, nice missed layup to blow the game. And this is before sports betting was like the thing on DraftKings and prize picks and everything. We're talking about like 2018, 2019. I don't know, draft picks, prize picks, everything was around that. Asia does a good job with that as well. 100%. Asia does a good job. Like, she vents sometimes, but she stopped tweeting. Like, she just went away. Like, because she acknowledged, hey, this hasn't been the best for my mental. I need to step away. And she did that. So shout out to Asia Wilson as well. But like, Angel and Caitlyn just took that thing to another level, bro. But yeah. It's so many, like, how many vets around the WNBA that's like just was moving crazy, bro. I don't know if y'all know, like, y'all need to go down my channel, like, go on my channel and search. You know what? Since I'm on stream, I'll just look at it. I'm not gonna look at the full video because I do not. I want to go to sleep at a reasonable time. But this junk was crazy, bro. This was a time, like, you guys have to understand, like, the past, like what stuff was before, like, Angel and Caitlyn, bro. Because this stuff, if you tell them now, people won't even believe you, bro. People wouldn't even believe you, dude. Let me see if I can find it. Is it up here? Is it up here? I'm gonna try to find this junk because this was crazy, dude. Let me see. Here it is. Yeah, this isn't the full thing, but yeah, this is a video where the Dream, they had players out at like a little a food truck, right? And they was fighting like a random person in Atlanta talking trash. And it was like 2-3 Dream teammates just kicking the girl. And man, what? So in the midst of this, and you know who leaked the video, who posted the video? One of the Dream players that was in it. It was Courtney Williams. So Courtney Williams posted, and she brags about the fight and describes the fight and posts the fight on her YouTube. A lot of people ain't had no idea about that fight until she posted that video, and then she deleted the video and stuff like that. Renee Montgomery was doing in studio stuff for the playoffs, but this was like her first year as part owner of the Dream. So you know what I'm saying? So she gets up there because a lot of people on Twitter are like, so Renee just gonna be up there and act like it ain't happening. So then she gives a statement. Yes, some players on our team, and it was just a mess, bro. It was just a mess. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, the way a lot of the stuff was going down was crazy, bro. It was crazy work. And it's like, those were grown women, those were vets in the league. You know what I'm saying? KD in the man, shout out to KD in the building, man. KD just came back from DC, won't it? Came back from U Street. Danielle said, I remember that this was the video you were going to pull up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Good to see Bradford get another chance. Yeah, Bradford got another chance this year. Kalani got another chance. Kalani Brown got another chance. Courtney Williams got another chance in the league. But it was, you know what I'm saying? It was just like WNBA vets was moving insane, bro. Like that dream team, they had players like Tiffany Hayes was like subtweeting, like Kennedy Carter all of a sudden just like stops playing at halftime before like it was somewhere around like 4th of July. It might have been a game at 4th of July in Vegas. She just doesn't come out of the locker room at halftime. She doesn't play the rest of the season. And the dream didn't say like what happened. They never explained what happened with Kennedy Carter, bro. Like, yeah. Courtney wiped that junk off the internet. These new fans have no clue about that. Like, to some people, that might have been the first time they heard that. But anyways, like Kennedy Carter just stopped playing for the rest of the season. They didn't explain it. She was the leading scorer the year before, a rookie of the year candidate the year before, and they just didn't bring it up. And then like her teammates were just subbing her on Twitter. Like Tiffany Hayes was subtweeting her. Elizabeth Williams said something, and that was crazy because Elizabeth Williams is like the most non-problematic person. It appears from afar. Like the vets were just subtweeting this second-year player that was obviously going through some like whatever she was going through out the court, and it was like she was kind of supposed to be the next person to take the keys and be the next franchise player. I'm saying all this to say like, man, and you got Imani McGee Stafford. Salute to Imani McGee Stafford. She does a lot with mental health and stuff, but it was just like the way that a lot of the WNBA vets were moving with that level of fame. No way. In respect to those vets, salute. No way in the world they can handle what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese go through right now, bro. And handle it the way that Angel and Caitlin have handled it, bro. So that's the whole point that I'm trying to make right there. So salute to them. Let's get into the drama. The drama of the day.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.